Welcome everyone back to Weekly Weather Updates, and this evening we're going to be having a look at the prospects of some very heavy snow coming up over the next few days. Saturday and Sunday is looking very interesting, and areas southeast England, East Anglia, parts of London, potentially central southern England could be seeing the most amount of snow they've had in many years. We'll run for the GFS first. See what the GFS is showing tonight. It's looking very interesting though. You can see very heavy snow over Scotland at the moment. That's why we got the amber warning in force. Could see up to 50 centimetres of additional snow. Again, it's mostly over the hills and the Grampians Highlands at the moment. So again, it's not affecting too many well-populated areas, but it will increasingly turn to more lower levels through Friday, especially into Saturday as the rain drops further southwards. As we head through Sunday, Saturday night to Sunday, that low comes up from the south, combines with that other low, and you see very heavy snow and rain. Well, rain initially, then it turns to very heavy snow. Around 9 o'clock, it's looking like Saturday night, 9 to midnight at the moment, going to very heavy snow and rain. The GFS probably is overdoing the size of the snow, how widespread it is. But I suspect it will still be decently widespread. And at the moment, areas looking sort of East Anglia, Kent, you can see where these real white colours are. That's where we could be seeing the heaviest snow. And the snow stalls, the low pressure stalls, and it could snow all the way through Sunday, early into Monday before clearing, and then heavy snow showers piling back in, potentially some big streamers coming in with that. And then into Wednesday, you saw there's a chance a little area of low pressure could come up to potentially hit the southwest. Now that could produce some heavy snow down there, could push further north and affect more areas, but generally just quite showery. And then as we head through Wednesday into Thursday, heavy snow moves back in, but it's looking like it's going to be turning to a lot milder after it. So this is sort of the messy snowmaker to end the colder spell. Some models, however, are keeping on maintaining the blocking and keeping the colder air around for longer. But this current GFS run, by around Thursday lunchtime, has milder air affecting most parts of England and Wales and Ireland as well, with the snow confined mainly to northern England and over Scotland. But yeah, some very heavy snow could come up over the next sort of week. If we have a look at snow depths, we'll briefly have a look at what the GFS is showing. Again, it's not particularly accurate right now. Again, it's not a high resolution model, so you shouldn't take this too literally, but again, it just highlights where at the moment the models are thinking the heaviest snow could be. You see big snow over Scotland, and it's just going to get heavier with deeper snow depths, and it's starting to spread through Saturday afternoon to northern England, and then you start to see accumulations widely overnight, early in Sunday. So yeah, that'll be interesting that overnight. Many areas in central southern England, East Anglia, southeast could wake up to whiteout conditions early on Sunday. I may stay up for that. I'll have to look at the timings nearer the time, but I may see that. But again, let's get too far ahead of ourselves. It's still a couple of days away. Still can change the timings. As we run through, you can see quite a lot of widespread snow, and on this GFS run, sort of if we head all the way through to Monday evening, you can see the areas where the GFS really is sort of hinting at the heaviest snowfall. Eastern areas in general, for snow showers packing in, parts of East Anglia, central England, up into the Midlands, and then parts of Kent as well. Again, it's sort of missing out in London, I'm assuming, because the GFS is looking sort of more at London being a bit of a warmer spot, but I suspect London could still have a decent covering from this as well. But again, 10 to 20 centimetres, maybe more localised, 30, 40 centimetres. So yeah, 10 centimetres plus quite widely on this GFS run, so very significant conditions from this. If we continue to run through, snow showers continue packing in the east, and it doesn't really melt any of this snow. And then we get some more heavy snow through Thursday, tots up the totals a little bit, so widely you could be seeing maybe 10 to 20 centimetres across central eastern areas, before most of it will melt away through Friday. Still a bit of snow around generally, because it's quite cold around and still on the ground. Even when milder air comes in, it will be a relatively slow thaw. Again, it might not come in through Thursday and Friday, but again, when the milder air does eventually come, it'll be quite a slow thaw because it's going to be very cold this week, not getting above freezing in quite a few areas. We'll now have a look at the GM model, see what the GM model is showing this evening. So as we run through heavy snow over Scotland, of course, and as we head through Friday afternoon, turns to more lower levels, still got a lot of rain around in the south, showers, not really any winteriness within that. And then we see colder air sink southwards combined with that low, and you see heavy snow. The GM is a little bit further east with this. Still has some snow further west, but it's generally more eastwards with the heavy snow before it turns more showery Monday evening overnight. So again, GFS probably has it stalling a little bit longer, and then we see heavy showers come in. And then again, GM is very interesting, has that low not moving through, and it slides. Southern England, sort of M4 line southwards, could be seeing rain, but further north, could be seeing very, very heavy snow, and could be seeing, again, totals that we saw on the GFS there. Again, Friday gets more snow. So central England, Midlands, East Anglia could be seeing from this, dare I say, 20, 30 centimetres plus quite widely on this GM run, ending around Friday, Saturday. Could see some heavy snow this weekend, but on this GM, it's exceptional amount of snow falls from late Wednesday all the way through Friday into Saturday. 2 days straight, some very heavy snow coming down. So that would be very interesting if we could see that. Unfortunately, the GM doesn't show snow depths, but I'd think there'd be 30 centimetres plus widely with that, with maybe 50 centimetres in some places, a obscene amount of snow. But again, it does rely on the low pressure taking a more southerly track and not moving through the country and moving towards Scotland. And so the milder air stays in France. It does rely on that. So again, it's not a done deal. We'll now have a look at the icon model. Again, this is a bit more high resolution than the GM and the GFS, so it should show it a little bit better. But again, it's still a few days out, so there's still a little bit of time for change. See heavy snow over Scotland at the moment, but rain widely elsewhere. It'll come down to lower levels in Scotland early on Saturday, and then rain will sink southwards, combine with that low coming up from Europe, and it will readily turn to snow through early Sunday. Again, widespread on the icon initially, before being maintained more to central and eastern areas. Very heavy snow with that, and then it's eventually sort of fragments through Monday afternoon, and then turns a lot more showery. And then as we head through Tuesday, you can see that area of low pressure that we saw in the GFS potentially affecting southwestern areas, maybe with a bit of snow there. Again, it will be quite marginal, but you could see quite a lot of snow. Any elevation would help, and if that did push northwards, you can see more widespread snow further southwards as well. Very interesting from the icon model. We'll have a brief look at the snow depths quickly, and you can see Scotland have big snow depths at the moment, and as we head through Saturday, the snow depths will just increase, and through Saturday night, see first snow in central England around midnight as the cold air reaches that rain and precipitation band, readily turns to snow, and you can see again the bullseye for this system again is East Anglia, central southern England, East Midlands, London area, North London, Essex, sort of the bullseye. South coast potentially could be a little bit too mild initially. That's why we're not seeing too much accumulations, but I suspect still could see some falling snow at least. So again, the icon has at least 10 centimetres initially, and it'll build up even more with those easterly winds coming in again, finishing off with a wide 3 inches plus. And again, the icon does go quite widespread. Again, it's lower snow totals elsewhere from this sort of bullseye position where the front stalls. But elsewhere could still see decent covering, even down to southwestern areas, Wales, a lot of the country seeing snow. So yeah, very interesting with that. We'll have a look at the Arpeggio model, which is an even more high resolution model. Again, it's known for underdoing the snow a little bit, so don't take the precipitation type too literally. It just generally, again, just shows you where the precipitation is. Again, it most likely will fall as snow on that sort of transition time, Saturday evening to Sunday. So as we run through Thursday, you can still see a lot of heavy rain and heavy snow, especially further northwards, mainly over the hills. And as we head through Saturday afternoon, you see initially starts to rain in the south and the southeast. For colder air sinks southwards, and it readily does turn to snow. Again, the Arpeggio is underdoing it a bit, and it keeps a lot of the heaviest precipitation off the coast before heading a little bit further inland overnight Sunday. into Monday. And then we see streamers start coming in. So yeah, very impressive streamers, even getting parts of the northwest, Wales, central, southern England, and a big streamer in eastern Scotland as well. So the Arpeggio, even though it is underdoing the precipitation and the snow, it's still showing some decent potential there. Very interesting with that. Finally, for the models, we'll have a look at the WRF, which is again a very high resolution model. Again, and it should give us another decent indication on what sort of potential we could be seeing. Again, heavy rain across the south and heavy snow and rain to lower levels over Scotland as we head through. This is interesting because it shows you the European map as well, so we can see the low coming up from Spain. You see that low heads northwards, it's combined with the cold air, and we see initially starts as rain before readily turning to very heavy snow over central, East Anglia, parts of the southeast as well. So again, that's more in line with the GFS GEM. So yeah, interesting with that, and the icon as well. So it's sort of like the Arpeggio probably is definitely underdoing the snow and the precipitation again. Yeah, Arpeggio. I might cut out the Arpeggio from these model updates. It's very, it's definitely undoing it compared to the other models. But again, we'll keep having it. I'll have a look at it again tomorrow, and I'll decide when that comes. So yeah, very heavy snow. Weather front stalls over eastern England. You see, it does fragment, and it does sort of peter out through overnight into Monday. But still, could be a decent amount of snow around, and then we see heavy snow coming in. There's quite a decent indication we could be seeing another streamer through eastern Scotland again from the beast meeting in 2018. That caused a red snow warning. So I'm not going to say that's going to definitely happen, but again, very interesting to see that streamer setting up. Elsewhere, heavy snow showers packing into the east. WRF showing again more streamers towards 120 hours. It does have that low much further southwards than other models, so I suspect that won't be affecting southwestern areas. But again, we can see that there are some streamers and snow showers moving in. I suspect it is underdoing the snow potential a little bit, considering it's very convective and it'll be a little bit spontaneous. It'll be very difficult to model the convective showers. But again, just shows you the potential for wide snow showers in east coastal areas, even coming quite far inland. Parts of the northwest could be seeing some snow as this sort of band moves inwards as well. So yeah, very interesting with that. Could be seeing a lot of snow around. I would say at the moment it's probably too difficult to call exactly where it's going to see the heaviest snow, but indications are those East Anglia, southeastern areas are definitely looking the most favourable at the moment. If we have a look at the snow depths, so initially these are snow depths right now, and you can see heavy snow over Scotland, and it will just build up. You can see 40-50 centimetres plus of snow over Scottish hills. And as we head through Saturday, you see no snow, and then suddenly snow spreads widely, and then we see that heavy snow in the southeast, East Anglia, parts of Kent, again showing potentially south coast, southeastern parts of Kent may miss out. Again, elevation will help you in further south. But as we head through Sunday, as cold air sinks further southwards, we do start to see accumulations on the south coast, even getting to southwestern areas, Wales, and then northern England, Midlands, seeing heavy snow showers come in. And you can see very heavy snow, and you can see where that sort of bullseye position is, north of London, Essex, East Anglia, parts of northern Kent, getting to southern England as well. Could be seeing 9-10 centimetres of snow just from this weather front. And then, again, it's difficult to call it, and you can see it's difficult to say exactly how much, as there will be some convective nature about it. And as we head through Monday, you can see potential for 15 to 20 centimetres of snow, where we've seen that 10 centimetres of snow initially from that snow band. And you can see you can see that the convective showers will add on to that, and I suspect some areas, especially in southeast and East Anglia, could be seeing lying snow around for 4 or 5 days. And as we head towards the end of the WRF run, you can see still big snow totals across most of the United Kingdom. Southwestern areas may not be seeing a lot of settling snow, but it should be seeing falling snow, and then where you have elevation there, sort of Exmoor, Dartmoor, could be seeing accumulating snow. Elsewhere, quite widely accumulating snow. Again, I wouldn't take this too literally for snow amounts, but it generally does show you where it is going to be very widespread. Again, these sort of bullseye positions where we're seeing the heaviest snow could shift. I don't expect them to shift massively, but at the moment, if you're not quite in one of these really heavy zones, it could move over the top of you, or it could again miss you. So it's very difficult to tell at the moment. It's looking very encouraging though. For many eastern areas, even central and western areas, again, could see some decent snow around. Again, the WRF doesn't have the weather fronts coming in on Wednesday into Thursday, so we can't have a look at what that would do. But if those the weather fronts on Wednesday, Thursday go further southwards, on top of the snow we've already seen, you could see in some higher routes in southern England, over the hills, countryside, you could be seeing 50 centimetres of snow. I can't rule that out at this stage. But anyway, very interesting with that. We'll now have a look at the Met Office warnings. Now, they have changed the warnings today to affect more southeastern areas. As you can see, we've been through the amber warnings the last couple of days, so nothing's changed with those. Again, yellow rain warnings for where snow melts and heavy rain is, and then a wide yellow warning over Scotland as well. Those warnings stay in force on Saturday, and interestingly, the snow warning that was down in eastern areas and extended into East Anglia has expanded to accommodate the models which have been showing. You see that sort of bullseye position in the middle there. I suspect an amber warning could be coming in force potentially tomorrow. If confidence isn't high, maybe on Saturday as well. Looking at these models, unless the low shifts offshore, if those weather fronts make it into England, there will be an amber warning, because wherever those weather fronts stall and position, we'll see significant snow. So I suspect there will be an amber warning around, unless the models drastically shift the low pressure offshore, which at the moment is unlikely. Through Sunday, same snow warning around. Again, not too many details with this yet. If we have a look at the description, further details, not too much yet. Again, saying some parts maybe see 5 to 10 centimetres or possibly 15 centimetres. But again, it's just saying eastern areas. Not really. It's not really giving us too much to really go on at the moment. Again, it's high impact, and this is why I say as we get closer to the time, and it's becoming more likely, the models confirm where we're going to see heavier snow. I suspect this will at least move up in the upwards in the likely category, if not into the amber warning zone. So going up likelihood. Again, I don't know whether it would go up severity at the moment. It's looking severe, but I wouldn't say it's red warning territory. Definitely not, unless we do see a massive upgrade towards 20 centimetres plus, confidence in high confidence in 20 centimetres plus for some places. Unless we have that, there won't be a red warning. It will most likely be an amber warning. And again, I look at the moment, potentially this sort of area, East Anglia, maybe getting into parts of Kent, London, maybe stretching a bit further westwards of London as well, especially north of London as well. That's where we're looking at the moment for those weather fronts to stall. If you're not in the amber warning zone, if the amber warning zone does come in force, if you're not in that sort of zone, it doesn't mean you're not going to see very heavy snow. It just means that the confidence isn't as high for you. But yeah, so don't feel disheartened if you're not in a weather warning that comes in the next couple of days. Monday again has a weather warning out, but again, it's probably subject to change. It's mainly out just to cover snow showers coming in from the east. It's a bit further eastwards than the warning on Sunday, and it's mainly because of convective and streamers coming in that's quite likely at the moment, but it's difficult to pin down where exactly they're going to happen. I suspect there could be an amber warning for where confidence rises that there could be a streamer or heavy snow showers moving in. And again, I suspect potentially it could be shifted further westwards when we have more detail on the convective nature of the showers. Finally, I'll have a look at the weatherchannel.com showing the latest radar. If we put it into full screen, you can see heavy rain across the south. It's quite localised areas, but parts of London we're seeing very heavy rain at the moment. Midlands into the North Midlands seeing quite a lot of heavy rain. Parts of Yorkshire heavy rain, and then Scotland heavy rain and heavy snow. You can see generally sort of towns and cities, Glasgow, Edinburgh, Stirling, Aberdeen, generally in the rain. Inverness in the snow, and many of the mountainous areas and hills are in snow at the moment. So yeah, amber warning in force for that. So very heavy snow coming up, and I suspect maybe 40 or 50 centimetres. It's going to be a very interesting next week or so in respects to snow. We could be seeing the best snow we've had in many, many, many years. Certainly, I know certain areas in sort of England didn't see too much snow from the beast and east. Where I'm in London, we saw sort of a few coverings here or there, but we never really saw a massive deep snow. We saw a bit of snow from Storm Emma where we got maybe 5 centimetres, but again, really looking for that big snow event that we haven't really had since, for a good maybe 5 to 10 years, and that could be on the cards with this. Yeah, so very interesting to see with that. Again, I must say, don't take the models too literally. It probably will be sort of a nowcast situation. As ever with stalling low pressures and stalling fronts, it's very difficult to pin down its exact position, and I suspect there will be a bit of margin for error. But anyway, make sure you keep up to date with the Met Office warnings, as they will probably, and they will be the best sort of source of knowledge and where the most likely heavy snow is going to be. So yeah, anyway, thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed, subscribing, and I'll see you again for another video tomorrow.